First thing we're going to do is to import our picture. To import a picture, just come to File here and open, or you can simply press Ctrl O on your keyboard. So just open. When you open, you go to the file. Here is the folder where I have my files. I have the picture I want to work on. So here is the folder. When I come here, I'll just highlight, or because I want to open now, I'll just highlight by pressing Ctrl A here. Then I'll open. Right, so the image. So we're going to start cropping. So the first tool we're going to use for cropping is Magic Wand tool. In Photoshop, you can use Magic Wand tool, you can use pen tool, and you can even use the Magic eraser tool. Anyone, depending on what you want to achieve, right? So, but for this tutorial, I'll be using Magic Wand tool first. Depending on the type of picture. But for this picture, we can't use the Magic eraser tool, we use the Magic Wand tool, though we can mixing it in the pen tool. So first start, just come to your toolbox here and pick the Magic Wand tool. So when you see this tool, that's the second tool after the rectangle masquerade tool. So when you click here, when you click on your mouse, you hold it and you see options like object selection, quick selection, and Magic Wand. So you select the quick selection tool. So when you select the quick selection tool, then just come to the picture and just click and hold and just be going. It will be going by itself. It will just be highlighting it. Right? It will just be following the edges of the picture and be going like that. Very simple, right? So that's just it. So for some pictures, it might not work perfectly because of some picture that don't have smooth edges. It might not work perfectly. Just like using capture here very well, you can just pick it and adjust here, and all these places are okay. Yeah, I think for this case, all these places are, like I said, they're cool. So when you're done, next thing I'm going to do is when you are seeing the background here, that's the layer. Just double click on the layer here, and when it pops up this new layer option, will show you layer here. You can set to name the layer or just press OK. And when you press OK, you come back to your toolbox here and select this polygon lasso tool. When you select the polygon lasso tool, it helps you to pick. For example, it's more like you picked your tool, but when you select it, then you come here, it's more like a feather. So when you select this tool, when you select the polygon lasso tool, you come on the picture, right click, take it, just make sure that it's on the picture, come to the picture and right click. When you right click on the picture, you select feather it. So now, for feathering of picture, to feather picture in Photoshop, you have to consider the quality of the picture too, because if the quality of the picture is not so sharp, you might not need to add so much radius, right? So for this picture, it's not very sharp, so you can just make the radius maybe 2 or even 1.5. But for quality pictures, you might need to make it 5. Yeah, to be able to get where we want. But for this picture, we can just use 1.5 or even 2 feather radius, and it will be cool. So when you apply it, you press OK. Then the next thing you're going to do is press delete. Yeah, you can press delete on your keyboard, press delete, something like this, and the background is off. Right? So it's as simple as that. So you can just go to your picture and zoom your picture and check if it's actually what you want. If you don't get what you want, you can always adjust it perfectly, depending on what you want to achieve. Right? But something like this, you can just use the pen tool and do something like this, and also further it and delete it, something like this, right? So when you finish, you deselect the tool, you deselect, you can right click here, just Control D to deselect, right? So we are done with this, and we'll be going to the next image. The reason why we actually cropping different images is for you to actually know that the stress you pass through cropping an image that has a white background is different from the stress you are going to pass through cropping the image with a dark background. There are some processes you might need to follow for a dark background, and you don't need to follow the white background. So that's the reason why we're going to be cropping different images in this tutorial. So just follow me gradually, and yeah, just follow me gradually. So we're going to the next image now. So this is the next image we are going to be cropping. This is a dark background image. So first I will zoom this image and got to be sure of how the edges are, so I will know which tool I'm going to use. Okay, in this case we're also going to use the Magic Wand tool. So I will come here and select the quick selection tool. So I will need quick selection tool, not Magic Wand. So the quick selection tool here, we just also come here, click it, and just be going like that, right? So let's be going. It will just follow it automatically. It will follow the edges and trace it, right? So when you observe somewhere here, you see that this one, the edges is not very smooth, so it chopped up and it entered the image here. So the point we're going to do is we're going to pick this tool. We are going to pick the polygon lasso tool. That's this particular one. You can use this one too, but we are going to be using this. It's more like a pen tool, but yeah, more like a pen tool. You can be called pen tool actually, but the polygon lasso tool, yeah, polygonal lasso tool, sorry. So we want to pick it now. When I pick it, just come here. Ensure that it's in plus. Yeah, right? If you place it here, you'll see the plus sign there. So it means that when you follow the edges, and once you add it here, once you merge it together, it will add this part to the image. That's what it means. So if you show the minus, if you trace it, it will work. For you to make it to be a minus, you are going to press your Alt. When you press your Alt, it will appear, it will be showing minus. But for now, we're going to leave it in plus because we want to actually add it to the image because it's part of the image, right? So we're going to click here, follow the edges, just follow the edges like this, follow the edges, and merge it. Sorry. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pick the polygonal lasso tool and use the pen to, yeah, the polygonal lasso tool and merge it. Yeah, so what we're going to do, ensure that it's showing minus because you're going to minus this part of, when you minus this part, it will not merge to the image, right? So right now, for you to be able to get the minus sign there, because currently if you are looking at this, if you are looking at the this thing that is looking like a feather right here, you see that it's showing plus. So we're going to turn it to minus. To do that, just press alternate key on your keyboard and it will turn to minus. So I'll press it, alternate key. Make sure your hand is the alternate key. Don't remove it. Because if you remove it, it will turn back to plus and you might not get where you want. So I'm going to start tracing now. I'll just follow it gradually, just like this. And I'll merge it. Once I merge it, Once join it together, it will now give me the shape. So it will cut off that part. The minus it means is minus this part from the background. That's what it means, right? If we are going to add, we are going to use it the plus sign, yeah, and it will add. For example, this space is here now. Instead of using the one to the quick selection tool, because it might not really give us what we want, we can just use the preliminary tool and trace this part. So we just come here. Since we want to add this place, we want to actually highlight this small space here. When we highlight it, we delete it. So we are going to leave it at the plus sign here. So let's go like this, something like this. We follow it gradually like this. Trace it. And we merge it. So it has highlighted this place, showing that okay, this place is highlighted. You can decide to do whatever you want to do with it. You can decide to change the color. You can do anything. You can change the color. You can do anything you want to do with it. But for this tutorial, what we want to do is to do what? To remove the background of the highlighted part. So I will just also feather this part, and I will definitely the same values. So we also feather this part and delete it. So we have to open the layer first. So you have to double click here and open the layer first before you feather it. So you can click here and feather, then delete. Right? So if you see that it's too much, you can just make it 1. Okay. Delete. Right? So you deselect by pressing Ctrl D on your keyboard, and you also come here. Even I told you guys that dark image backgrounds are also different from light backgrounds. So stress you might pass through removing that white background can be different from the stress you pass through removing a dark background. And that is just it. So follow here now, like this. Highlight it. So this small part up here, all these things matters. Don't leave it like that. So we also the layer is already open, so we just feather here, okay, and delete. Right. So we're actually getting what we want, but then the image is not still complete. You have to look closely and find out where you need to remove. So for this image too, I also noticed that this part is also not part of the picture. So I'll be highlighting it also. I'll highlight it and remove it. I'll also feather this. Right. Then this space between the armpits also needs to be removed, so we just highlight it here. And feather it and remove. Right? So we are making sense, right? Depending on how you want to close the image, probably you're waiting for a design or something. You might decide to leave the down part, or just yeah, or just bring it down, depending on what you want to achieve, right? So then we're done for this. So we'll be heading straight to the next image. This is the next image. This particular image we'll be using we will not be using the quick selection tool because it's actually plain background. The image is okay, the curves are sharp. So we'll be using the magic eraser tool. So what you just do here is come here where you see this tool here. Just when you come to the tool, this particular tool here, you right click on it. When you right click it will show you all these options, right? When you come here, right click, you select the magic eraser tool. That's the last one, right? So when you select it, you just come to the image, and just click one click on the background, and it will remove it, right? So can we do it again? Just one click here, and it will remove the background. Don't forget, I told you that it doesn't work on all images, and yeah, so that you don't just get a dark background and using the magic one on it. So when you click this, so if you even notice something here, you see that it's actually affecting some part of the image here, right? So, but I just want you to know the function of the magic eraser tool here. So you can just click here and the background is off, right? So we'll be moving straight to the next image. This is the next image here. It's also a wrap band. So we'll also be using the quick selection tool for this. So just also pick your quick selection tool, trace it, follow it, and then just follow it like this. So for some images you might not get everything at once, so you have to do it part by part, right? So we click here, okay, to open the layer, then pick your polygonal layer tool, come on the image, further 1.5. Probably you can, this image is not so sharp, you can just make it 1.5. Okay. Yeah. We're okay with it. So before you remove it, make sure that the edges are matched. You also pick the polygonal tool here and add this part. Just click here. Add it, right? So you zoom here, you also pick the pen tool here and follow it like this. Okay, that's it. So highlight the guy. Really nice. Okay. And then go further. Sorry. Further this and delete. So we actually, okay, maybe probably my next tutorial I will show you the also function of this. There's also select further, select inverse for in the case where you cropped only the image and you want to delete. Yeah, you highlighted background and you want to retain the image inside and remove the part. That's where you use the option of the select inverse. But for this tutorial, let's just focus on the tools we are using, because once you learn them with time, you'll be improving and exploring the software and you also learning by yourself. So we're done for this image, right? We are done. So I'll just also select now and like this part and remove it. select. Then we move to the next image. This is also the same thing we are doing. This is also simple. We just come here, highlight it, take it around. Cool. I just want to walk you and so that I was able to see different images and how I crop them because my account is not this thing. So I'll just also come here to and highlight here. Just be testing the tools. Let us conclude that Magic Wand can do this. Test the Magic Wand. If it doesn't work, use the pen tool. This is the one that you need to use the Magic Eraser tool. You don't have to stress yourself. Like plain white backgrounds, Magic Eraser tool can always work. Just one click to make the background remove there. So for this image, we also zoom here, and yeah. Let's highlight this part. Something like this. So yeah. Once we're done, we just come on the layer here, double click on the layer. Okay. Click your polygonal layer to right click on the image, double it. Okay. Delete. As simple as that, right? We select. Then now here we have the last image. The last image is also the same thing we're going to do, but since you are following this tutorial, I want you to follow me the journey and also learn that. Alright, so now we'll be saving the images. So for you to be actually able to get, you can get the white background version, you can get the one that doesn't have background, that's the PNG version, Portable Network Graphics. So we're going to be saving this. So we'll save the first image. Save the image now. Come here, come to your file here, and click Save As. When you click Save As, you select the location where you want to save it. Either you want to save to cloud document or you want to save to your computer. But for this, we're going to be saving to our PC. Just click here, and I'll be saving right. I will send you right back to the folder where I have the picture. So I will select the picture format where you're seeing Photoshop, PSD, PDD, something like that. Just click here and look, just go down and select PNG. Now if you want to save it without background, or if you want to save it with background, you select JPEG. So we're going to be saving the first image as PNG. I'll select PNG and I click Save. All these options, just say OK. Right. It has saved already. So I'll go to the next image. The next image, I want to add a white background. You can decide to do whatever you want to do. So I'll just come here. I can decide to flatten the image. Like you want to make it white background here by coming to the image. I'll click here and flatten, click flatten image. It will flatten. So as you can see here, it's showing white background, right? So I can now come here and click Save As. Select my computer, and it's already showing JPEG, right? So I'll leave it, then save. Okay, showing me that the picture already exists. I can just add a little difference. So, okay, it will save. So same thing applicable to all the images here. We might not be exporting all, or at least we got how to export, right? So I believe you learned something new today. And as we always say, learn and implement. And don't forget to like this video, comment if you have any challenges, and I'll be attending to you guys. If you are watching for the first time and you are not subscribing to me yet, click the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so that whenever I drop a video, you'll be notified. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video.